It's December of 2017,
Yep.
and we're starting a move install build. It's on a 2002 Dodge Dakota. Package delivered to my shop. First thing we're going to do on our project is remove the factory bumper, black air dam, and get ready for brackets that Move has sent. As you can see, there's an air dam under here that needs to come out. Our bumper, we're going to install the factory fog lights, cut our own holes, and build a bracket to hold those round Dodge headlights. So, bumper off, about a 30-minute task with two of us. Very easy to do. 6 bolts, but hard to get at. So now we're clean, ready for unboxing the bumper itself. So here's the open box, 3/16 heavy duty, and a nice envelope with the instructions. Pull it out. Install parts list, it looks like.
Don't forget your stickers.
Yeah, sticker. So here's the bumper mount brackets. 3 slotted holes. We're using 1/2-inch bolts, 2 flat washers, and a lock. Right now, as you can see, we've only got the nut and flat on there. That way we're going to be able to make some adjustments as we start to tack on the bumper pieces. So 3 1/2-inch bolts, 2 flat washers, and locks should get your brackets on. So we've made the decision to remove the Dodge factory plastic air dam under the radiator. Gives you much more access to all the places you need to have hands to install the bumper. I believe that the most important part of this air dam is to direct air into the radiators for a little additional cooling. I'm not recommending that. I'm letting you know that's how we're going to do it, and it sure has simplified the install. So one thing we're going to do as we start to tack the bumper on the frame brackets is leave the brackets down. That gives us room when we tack to adjust the bumper up or down to where we need it when it's finished. So as a precaution, we have pulled the ground wire from the battery before we start tacking to protect the computer and all those goodies that don't like too high a voltage. So we finished tacking the centerpiece on. We made the decision to go flush with the centerpiece on our bumper brackets. The other thing we did is take the top of the bracket and put it flush in the middle of this top bend. One thing you might do at this point is to
Double check to see if the hood does clear. Why it's easy to break apart. Which, one other thing I love about Move bumpers is the gap is very nice. It's not a huge gap or too narrow. The one thing we're doing right now is just seeing how the pickup's sitting on the floor. Looks like we're like an 1/8 bubble on the pickup frame. And we're about an 1/8 bubble on the bumper. So we know the pickup and bumper are the same.
So next, it's the wing fitment. We're trying to place the wing in a position prior to tacking to make sure that amber blinker lights clear, going to be easy to tack and get flush. So we're going to clamp up and get this tacked. So we've got the left side wing on. All we did was 2 tacks. We've adjusted the bumper so that we have between 1/4 and 1/2 gap on the blinker, and then that gives us, grab that, Austin, when we put the corner on, that's going to give us a little bit less than a corner out here, but it all flows. So here we are with the bumper tacked and in place. You want to open the hood, Austin? Yep. What we did to make it look right is we tacked 1, 2, 3, and then 4 was the other end cap. And each time we eyeballed the gap between blinker, fender flare line, and flush to the fender flare, and tried to make that look the same side to side. Next step, we're going to pull the bumper and weld up all these cracks, get them ground, and get the bumper ready for our light cuts. So we're going to pull the bumper now and get ready to weld.
So as you can see, we finally welded up and ground the weld smooth. The nice thing about the outside corner joints is you can grind the weld smooth and still have full strength. We got the fog lights for the stock 02 Dodge fog lights laid out. For me to do that, what I did was I found this angle. I guess you can see it better on this side. This angle with an angle finder, then I subtracted half it and I put it in our bandsaw and then cut it out of a piece of 4-inch pipe, so I got the right oval shape for when I put the lights in. They'll be facing forward, so you got full light path.
Box it out. What are you doing?
Remember, when welding bumpers together, it's always good to have a great shop helper. Elsa.
So what we just did is tacked on the brackets for toe rings. What I went and did is I beveled them just slightly just to get a little more weld in there so they're a little stronger. Squared them up, now we're ready to weld. Now she's all welded. So we brought it down to the plat side of the shop. We're about to cut out the stock 02 Dodge Dakota lights.
Okay, so here we are, different format. Forgot to get my GoPro charged, but we're in the final phase. We've got the bumper welded up and all the grinding done. We've got some primer on it, but this video is to show you what we did to get the round Dodge standard running lights mounted in the bumper. Remember, in the beginning, this was a no holes, no light bumper. So this is standard 4-inch round pipe. And this is what we use to shoulder the light. This is a simple piece of 3/16 angle welded onto the fast bumper's main mount bracket. A couple of holes, wallered them out so the the lights would fit. This is our adjustment screw hole to get the light tilt up and down so you can get in there with the screwdriver from outside. A little rough, but with paint I think we'll cover it up well on the outside. We added some gussets here and here, both sides, just to strengthen the bumper a little bit for that side impact. If you'd happen to catch something out here pretty decent, maybe this would help tie the bumper together and not tear up the wing. Also, in addition, this is just another quick shot of the light holes with the 4-inch pipe. Dressed up pretty nice. Right here, a little bit of porosity. I'm going to throw some putty or pre-paint silicone in there just to keep the paint from showing up that little teeny porosity hole. But what I wanted to show is the what we call the boner bar, built and added ourselves. That's standard 2-inch guardrail pipe. We just stuck it on ourselves, a little add-on. Wasn't hard to do. If you feel like modifying the bumper that you get, I don't think there's anything that you couldn't do. We did it ourselves, put the bend in, welded it up. I think it'll finish off the bumper nice. So here we are, final product, paint matched to the Dodge code of this 02, running lights from Dodge installed in our custom made holes, our Nerf bar put on. Next step is to remove the bumper again, put it on, and call it done. We're pretty excited. So now it's time for the official install. We've got the bumper off. The move bumper's painted, ready to go. So the bolts aren't installed, but just as a indicator of how this is going to turn out, that gap will be gone when it's tightened. I think you can tell that turned out pretty slick. So outside the shop, install complete, lights on, in the sun. All I can tell you is that the bumper was cut and manufactured as well as anything I've seen. The project took us a little more than a week, but mainly because we had to work and could only do it in our off hours. But I'm guessing total time to complete the project was probably 7-8 man hours with paint, with prep, and with welding. So, you know, a long day. You could have this thing done except for maybe the paint, and I couldn't be happier.